everybody and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. We are very close to the end of this series, which is a bit of a shame. However, it's been a good one. I do like this map a lot, and maybe we'll return to it again in the future, whether it's multiplayer or maybe even another single player series, who knows. But what I want to do first of all is just basically give you the opportunity to vote for the best next map which we should play in single player. So there should be a vote at the top right hand corner of the screen. Please vote for the best one which you think we should do. I did have quite a wide range of different maps which we should go for, and yeah, I just don't know which one to choose. So you're going to have to help me. Hello. Anyway, as for today, I have had a suggestion to also sell a particular trailer, which we do own, but apparently I never use, so that is just sort of wasted money. What we're going to do... Come on, barrier, open. Unbelievable. Oh, now we can't get out. I was going to say, we're going to do a silage harvest. It's going to be grass silage. We've not done it yet on this map. It does need to be done. What is this? We're locked in. Not good. Come on. Open. Yes, it worked. Okay, let's go back to the yard. What we're going to do is, of course, sell this trailer, which so many people want me to sell. The Branchner trailer. I think it's got straw in. We'll have to empty the straw out first of all. But it is true. I have never used it, so it is just money sat there. It isn't really much money though. It's probably 4,000, maybe 3,000. We'll have to see. Anyway, here we are. Back at the yard. Let's just head over here. We'll reuse the case tractor as it is just sat there. Yeah, I think it was the Branchner trailer. Hopefully I get this right. Otherwise you're going to have to beg me again to sell a different trailer. This is the Branchner E8041 just here. I can only assume it is this one. We'll tip the straw out in the shed. But yeah, it's been, well, we're on episode 14. Are we on 14? 13 possibly? I lose track. 13. And yeah, because we have never done a silage harvest, we do need to do one. This of course means filling up the silage pit. We're going to have to ferment it, and then we'll make a lot of money selling everything. That could have gone better. That really could have gone better. Uh-oh. Not good. Realism is key. Right, so with that catastrophe out of the way, let's go over to the store. Here we are. We also have the other trailer, but we're not going to sell this trailer. It wouldn't really be worth it. I can understand selling this one here, because we have never used it at all. Right, this should work hopefully. Let's go through to the... Oh, we're coming the wrong way. They keep gold behind the counter? Well, they're not having that. This is the buy section. We need to be here. £9,000. That is very good. We're going to need this money anyway, because we need to buy some expensive machinery. Well, not really. We already have some of the machinery. But we do need to get something, I think. Do we have a windrower? If we don't have a windrower, that is what we're going to need. I was hoping, except for it being totally ridiculous for this size of map, I was hoping to use the Krone Big M. Yes. I don't think we will do. It wouldn't really be worth it. I think on Sandy Bay, we should do. That would fit in really well. Let's just see though, what do we own? I do forget. So, not a great deal. Yeah. The disc bind 31.3 or whatever. That doesn't really need to be here, because what we need to have is the butterfly mowers. We can cut much more in one go if we have the butterfly mowers. Also, do we have a windrower? No, we don't. Okay. So we do have to buy a few things here. The smallest windrower. Hang on, what's this? Very expensive. I wish I could use it. It's essentially the same thing as a windrower. It's just it sort of merges it. so it's like a merger. This is the smallest one here. That's too small. This one here is the one for us. So let's lease it for this. No point buying expensive equipment if we're not going to use it more than once, which we're not going to. And then yeah, we need to get this Pottinger Novacat X8 ED. These are going to have to go on the John Deere. Then I think that is everything. I think it is. Except for possibly the forager, but I think we've got a forager. Forage wagon, I mean to say. Yes, we do. It is pretty small. In fact, we could sell this and replace it with a bigger one. That might be worth it. So just heading back to the yard very quickly, what we need to do is attach... Well, did you see the mess over here? The other side of this gate. Ah, look at that. What we need to do is attach to the Pottinger forage wagon, empty it into the trough here, and then my plan is to sell it, because we're going to be doing a fair bit of mowing today. There is a lot to collect. Okay, it's empty. The sheep have made a complete mess here. That is terrible. So, I think they're okay for water. Obviously we need to keep them alive. Yeah, they're fine. We have 129, so we have actually gained 9 since buying them. That's okay, that's not too bad at all. Anyway, yeah, from the end of this map, we're not going to be keeping any of the money or the machinery. The money which we use in the next map is going to come from Wexcombe Manor Farm. It's just the way I've chosen to do it. And actually, we have more money on that map anyway, so we're going to benefit more from that. But I am looking forward to it. I am very intrigued to see what the winning vote is. Now, what the winning vote is isn't necessarily what we're going to do, because obviously I need to get in touch with the map creator and just confirm that I have got permission to do a Let's Play on the map. I mean, hopefully I should get permission. There isn't really many reasons behind not giving me permission, because a lot of the maps use the same asset, so yeah, the permissions are mixed anyway, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just a courtesy thing really, instead of just, you know, taking the map and immediately doing a Let's Play without him confirming it with the creator. So let's reverse this into here. I'm not really bothered about leasing on the old stream farm, for the pure fact that we're not keeping the money. It is going to be lost. So yeah, it doesn't matter what we spend. It doesn't matter if we go into debt, because we don't have to worry about starting up fresh on a different farm after this. So that means that what we can do is buy something a bit bigger. The Bergman is obviously a bit bigger. The other two are just way too big. So let's go for this. I'm hoping the case is going to be... yeah, it's fine. The case is powerful enough. It's sort of on its limit. Well, there's about 25 horsepower to spare. Physically, it looks massive. But it's only grass which is going to be in here. Grass is still heavy, but it isn't exactly dense. So we should be fine. Now what we need to do is tab back to this John Deere here, because this is the tractor which is going to be powering the mowers. It should definitely have enough horsepower. I think it's about 200. I don't know exactly. I don't really know the horsepowers of John Deere's. So thank you for everybody's comments from the previous video on the old stream farm about the chipper. It's a pretty good chipper. It does have a few faults, but on the whole it's okay. Let's see how much money we get for this. Go to the right counter. Okay, we leased it. Fair enough. Now what we need to do is attach to this mower over here, and then we need to attach to the mower which is at the main yard. What I might have done actually is attach the wrong machine. There's me thinking we have 3 tractors, and in actual fact we only have 2 full-scale ones. The other one is a compact tractor. So yeah, we're going to have to come back for the Bergman, unfortunately. Anyway, that looks very tall. Is there a scaling issue here? That looks excessively tall. Ah, pedestrian! I worry it's going to tip over. We should probably slow down a bit. Anyway, I did see the front mower here. It is in the yard. And now we have a much larger capacity forage wagon. It means we're not going to have to keep going back to the yard as often. It's definitely taking longer to save each time. I suppose the more you do on a map, the more data there is to save. Anyway, that is now set up correctly. So we'll just put it to one side. We're going to have to choose the field in a second. But first things first, let's go and get the case tractor. Grass number 2. Grass field number 2 is the one we're going to go for to begin with. You actually access it through the main yard, so this is going to be very simple. It's next to field number 4, which means we are going to have to turn around with John Deere. This is why I was a bit cautious about having to go too far out the yard, just in case we had to be here. Oh dear, how has that ended up like that? The front loader. Sorted. We didn't need it anyway, we've already got a front loader for the compact tractor. There is a buy symbol here, but it's actually for the field on the right hand side. So, yeah, we should ignore it. These fields do go into each other. Now, we are going to be using the case at the same time, but we need to get the other tractor set up first. This is definitely a good John Deere. It would be nice to have it again in a different map. But what I like to do, usually, is have an entirely new fleet of tractors. It is very hard to resist having the good ones again. Certainly if it's an Irish map that gets chosen, we'll be having completely different equipment, because I know they have different machines. Well, not totally different obviously, but they do have some different machines to what we have over in England. Yeah, they're fairly similar, just not the same. I think actually they have a lot of Massey Ferguson in Ireland. You have to confirm this with me if anyone from Ireland is watching. But I hope you do, because I like Massey Ferguson, you've probably guessed. Not that we're using any today, but yeah, Massey Ferguson are good. Right, we need to put the PTOs on everything. Okay, we've done that one, good. Set it to follow me. About 15 should be fine. And yes, we do need to turn it on first. We need to cut as much as possible. So the closer we go to the edge the better. It's just we do need to be very cautious about the tractor following us, because the rake could be slightly wider. So it could hit a tree, leaving a fairly good border. Yes, I think it is. It's about a foot wider, looking at it. Now, where is the edge of the field? We're just going to have to guess. Get as much as we can do. It is a shame that we don't have another tractor to go on the forage wagon, because having that following us would be very beneficial. But that's pretty good. Now I don't know how many fields to actually cut, I suppose just 2. We should get a fair bit out of these, although they aren't fertilised, so the productivity could be better. Despite it not being fertilised, we seem to be doing pretty well. What's that? What is that? Weird. Really weird. Sugar beets. There is sugar beet under this field. I thought it was gold. What a shame. It is the field which produces sugar beet. only there as well. How peculiar. Anyone up for a time lapse? Sounds like a good idea to me. See you in a second. And there we go, we're done. So let's just fold it all up, and then what we need to do is of course go and get the forage wagon to of course pick all this up again. Let's just make sure everything is working alright here. They seem to turn themselves off, weird. It said that the helper had finished their task. Weird, I did that myself. Maybe I pressed H by accident. Very strange. Anyway, let's just head up to the top. Make sure we turn off the windrower. These can go back to the yard, but the John Deere is going to be used to tow the forage wagon because obviously it's our more powerful tractor, and why use a smaller tractor if we've got a bigger one? You may say it's to save fuel, but these two tractors are fairly similar in horsepower I think, and having the boost is going to be good. Traffic. Okay, so let's just park you around here. We'll have to drop off the mowers. The end bay seems to be the biggest. That was very close to hitting the roof. It does seem to be excessively tall, this rear mower. And we are going to time lapse the collecting of the grass as well. Spin round, take off the front mower, and then we'll have to just deal with the case tractor. We'll just put this in here. There we go. Right, over to the store. Try out our brand new tool, the very expensive Bergman forage wagon. And the grass is going to be taken around the back of here. We do have a silage pit, which is currently empty. We're ready to go. The scaling looks a bit better as well with this tractor, because the tractor is physically taller. I think first of all we should... Actually no, we could do this fit over here. The one we've just done. It's en route. So let's do this first. I'm pretty sure we're going to fit the entire field into here. Mainly because this is one of the fields we've only just cut, so it wasn't fully grown in all areas, so I could have chosen a better one, but I do like that field, it's quite a good one. I do need to get into the habit of fertilising our grass fields. I always forget, but we really should do, with slurry, possibly. Anyway, here goes. Some fairly good sized swaths here. It's definitely nice to have the extra power. But no, having said that, it is filling up fairly fast. Not a bad fill rate at all. Okay, I think again, we'll do a time lapse and I'll see you again in a second. We almost got all of field 5 into the wagon behind us, but luckily we didn't. It's a good thing. Because we get more. And actually, despite this looking like quite a bit, when it goes into the pit, it looks like nothing at all. So, yeah, it's going to be a fairly small amount, but still, I'm estimating it to be roughly 100,000 litres, which really is a lot of money. It won't look like much at all, but the money is there. So this time I'm going to drive over what we put in before. I'm hoping it's going to work quite well. It's a bit of a mound actually, I didn't realise it was coming out so fast. It needs to be driven over to compact it. Oh, come on, four-wheel drive. These tractors are supposed to be in four-wheel drive anyway. When you drive control desperately. Let me just flatten it a bit. I really did overcook it here. I should have driven a bit faster. There we go. So next time we are going to clamp it down and then ferment it. There we go. It's a very nice turning circle just out here. It's like it was designed this way intentionally. Go around the shrub. Oh yes, and the sugar beet, it seems to just disappear when you go over it. I don't know if it's actually picking it up. I don't think it is doing. It would be a bit strange. I reckon it just deletes it. Or maybe it classes it as grass, which would be really peculiar, but I guess it could do. Did I just see a bit of wheat as well? What is that? We seem to be growing everything here. Indeed, it is something. They're like balls. I'm not sure. Not sugar beet though. So we're over 2/3 full, which means we are likely going to get very close to 3 full loads. There is a tiny bit left down here. Let's just get it collected. There it is. Right, okay. Switch it off. Got empty. And we even picked up the sugar beet and all the wheat. we have got a very wide variety of produce in the back of here. Let's just hope it makes good money. Ferments well. Mind out the way, hens. Coming through. And yeah, as you can see, there isn't really a great deal here. Put a bit more on at this end. And there we go. We're done. 7 litres didn't empty. How weird. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.